You alright lads, this is the GeordieJedi here. Today, Newcastle United faced Manchester City at the Etihad. Never won there, never won at the Etihad. Last time we won away against Manchester City was a 1-0 win, I think back in 2000, 2001. Alan Shearer got the goal and we won. We fucking beat Manchester City at the Etihad 2-0. It wasn't a smash and grab either, we deserved the win. Start of the game, you know, when you saw the team sheet, there was a lot of young players. Adam Armstrong, Rolanda Aarons, Ryan Taylor got his, Ryan Taylor isn't the young person obviously. Ryan Taylor got his first game back after 2 years, starting straight away, right in centre midfield, but on the right where he kind of prefers. And obviously, people were looking at this a bit dodgy. You know, how can this team beat Manchester City? Personally, I thought it was a little bit of an intelligent move. Because the thing is our first team isn't going to beat Manchester City, not as far as quality is concerned. You know, so what do you do? You sort of rule out every option. If quality is not going to beat them, if in general tactics isn't going to beat them, what do you do? Personally, I think you do exactly what Alan Pardew did. Was he went for the element of surprise. Because as far as those Manchester City players were concerned, because they put out a really strong team. Basically, this was basically the kind of team you come up against if you were fighting Barcelona or somewhat, you know, the kind of team they'd put out, apart from the goalkeeper. You know, they put out a really strong team, far more first 11 players than us. So obviously they thought it was going to be a cakewalk. They thought this was going to be easy. So for us to really come out of the gates like that and push and press and shock them really worked in our favour. We got the first goal after 6 minutes. Ryan Taylor puts a bit of complacency from the Manchester City defenders. Ryan Taylor puts in a tackle. Puts the ball straight through to Rolanda Aarons, is pretty good. Rolanda Aarons runs onto it. Kalis is trying to, you know, fight him off. Doesn't work. Rolanda Aarons puts in a beautiful shot. Low Caballero between his legs, and it went in. Obviously, this was only 6 minutes in. So I was thrilled to have gotten a goal at all. But 6 minutes in, you think Man City really do have time to come back. They can end this as whenever they could probably end this in the next 10 minutes. This is Manchester City. But no. Again, we kept on the pressure until about 15th minute. After that, they came back into it. They reacted. They started to pile on the pressure a bit. Chances came in. Obviously, they started to rule possession, which they always do. It's Manchester City. They ruled possession, but they didn't do a huge amount with it. They got the chances, just strikers weren't doing well. Midfielders weren't shooting well. There was nothing they could do. Ended up going in at half-time at 1-0. Obviously, we were thrilled. But again, this is Manchester City. They still have a second half to come back. And they've now got a team talk to try to ensure it. Half-time, Rolanda Aarons came off for Sammy Amiobi. This was a pretty good decision. You have to remember, Rolanda Aarons has been out for a while, and he's still young. There aren't many young players that have the stamina to put in that kind of, you know, shift. There really aren't many. So Sammy Amiobi came on. Obviously, he was basically the hero against Tottenham, apart from Moussa Sissoko. So this was decent change. This was putting in a bit more experience, really. So this was good. This was a good change. But didn't get on the ball much to begin with, I'd say. Really didn't see much of them. Manchester City kind of sort of started where they left off. They kept possession and piled on the pressure, but again they didn't really do a huge amount with it. Eventually they brought Jesus Navas on to try to play on the wing. Didn't see much of Jesus Navas, apart from the one shot which he missed and really close. We brought Moussa Sissoko on for Daryl Janmaat. Ryan Taylor went back to right back and did really well back there to come back after 2 years to put in really good performance overall and do the full match. Outstanding. Also, Emmanuel Riviere came on for Adam Armstrong, because what we kept doing was we kept doing long balls over the top to try to keep the ball and get rid of it away from goal. But Adam Armstrong can't win in the air, not really. So, you know, we brought on Emmanuel Riviere, held up the ball a bit, helped the counter attack quite well. I thought really showed us in a good light. Then Musa, as I said, Musa Sissoko came on. And as it happens, when Emmanuel Riviere came on and held up the ball, he actually sorted out this. He set this up. Passed to Musa Sissoko. Or actually, I think he passed to Sadio Haidara. Sadio Haidara passed to Sissoko. Then Sissoko, dummy shot. Or fake shot, I think it's called, sorry. Fake shot. Put, I think it was Demichelis on the wrong side. Ran forward. Passes through the next defender's feet. Megged him. Then put in a shot just past Caballero, took it early. 2-0 up. And this was about, I'd say about the 70th minute, maybe. 75th, around about there. So there wasn't too much long to go either. Now this was when I really believed we were going to win. This was still Manchester City, and they brought on Sergio Aguero, who I think is our real... As far as players go, he's the one player we can't handle. Especially in Manchester City, we can't handle Sergio Aguero, because every time he's played against us, he's pretty much scored. So, I was worried when they brought him on, but we went 2-0 up. They piled on the pressure. Ryan, you know, Jesus Navas missed one. Ryan Taylor put in a beautiful last-ditch block. Just dropped to the ground, blocked it. And it came out of nowhere, and that was just outstanding. Ryan Taylor back after 2 years, and he saves the game. He really does. They had corners, they had chances, they did fuck all with it. Ended 2-0. They see the togetherness of the players. They were all hugging each other, all jumping around, all went to see the fans. Ryan Taylor gave his shirt to a particular fan, and you could see the gratitude on the fan's face. He put the shirt straight on so it wouldn't be nicked. He was in Manchester. Sorry. Man of the match, for me, went to Gabriel Obertan in the end. Personally, I probably would have given it to Gabriel Obertan, really. But everybody had a good game. So Sissoko and Rolando Arons obviously got the goal, and they looked dangerous when they won the ball in general. Ryan Taylor, going from central midfield where he did really well, got an assist, really, to go back to right back and put in a block and do just everywhere. He worked hard and he did brilliantly. Deserves a shout in for it. Colaccini was solid, very solid. Rob Elliott had some decent saves, one really good one at the start. Paul Dummett at centre back, where he's really not accustomed to, he did really well. So everybody deserved a shout out, certainly. Personally, I would have given it to Obertan. Then came the draw, and the amount of time it took Sky Sports to fucking do the draw pissed me off. First thing they did was when they sort of went to, you know, the three guys, Niall Quinn, Stuart Pearce, and the guy who used to be in Blue Peter. It kind of went, first they had a small chat between themselves, went to Newcastle players to see what they thought, went to analysis, went to Manuel Pellegrini, went back for analysis, and fuck's sake, the amount of time it took to do that fucking thing pissed me off. But finally they got the draw done. There's only 8 teams win the quarter-finals. Yeah, that's how it happened. Derby against Chelsea. I was quite happy with that. I didn't want Chelsea. That's the one team I really didn't want, especially away if we could wangle it. Then, I believe it was Bournemouth against Liverpool. Again, this took Liverpool out the equation, but obviously meant that really the only one team I'd won is Sheffield United. Then, Tottenham. Now, I was thinking, I actually said, Niall Quinn, if you pick Newcastle, I'm going to end you. And he fucking picked Newcastle, prick. Actually, in fairness, actually had some nice things to say about Newcastle, but fucking hell. Then, obviously, Sheffield United against Southampton. We're the only Premier League on Premier League match, and we're fucking away. We've already beat Tottenham, so we can't do it, but fucking hell. Anyways, and really been a good week. good past 3 games or wins. This has been the GeordieJedi. Leave a like if you can, it really helps. Subscribe for more videos. Comment below what you thought of the match. Your opinion will be different to me. Remember, this is all my opinion as far as I know it. If there's any facts I've gotten wrong, by all means. May the force be with you.